What's up, y'all? About to give you a little tour of the front yard garden. Here we go. Walking out of the front door onto the front porch. This is where it all starts at. So what do we got growing out here? The first thing, as you walk down the front steps, you will see a fig tree, 3 years old. Hasn't produced any figs yet, but you got to start somewhere. As you start to walk down the sidewalk, all on the side here, I have blackberries, raspberries, black raspberries, all kinds of berry bushes. They're going crazy right on the sidewalk. As we get farther down into the driveway, we got another fig tree. This fig tree's only 2 years old, so not quite as old as that first one by the house. But like I said, every year keep improving a little more, keep growing a little more. So what's up next? Right here, we got a peach tree. We're gonna sneak back this way. Sneak back over, up the sidewalk. Cause this shit is just so overgrown now. I'm getting so much food. One of the newest things that I planted this year is right behind me here is a new strawberry patch. So that's brand new this year. There's about 40 strawberry plants that I planted this year. They started producing actually this year, and they'll just every year they'll just keep spreading. So far you've seen figs, you've seen raspberries, blackberries, strawberries, peaches. Right over here, this tree right behind me is one of 2 cherry trees over here in the front yard. And as you can see, I got rock down everywhere. I run drip irrigation. This whole yard 3 years ago used to be filled with grass that I had to mow. Now it's all edible landscaping. So let me show you a couple of the other trees here. So here is another cherry tree, number 2 of 2. Hasn't been doing as well as the other cherry tree. Just insects have been eating it. So that's just something I've kind of been diagnosing over time. You know, just kind of letting it do its thing, letting Mother Nature take its course. Another peach tree right here. So these peach trees, I planted them last year. I got 3 peach trees. In total this year, I got 20 peaches off of them. The best fucking peaches that I've ever tasted. Tree ripened, super juicy, perfect to eat. Now we get into the good stuff. Actually, all that was the good stuff. I like the fruit the most. You know, it's for some reason growing fruit is the most satisfying thing that I've grown. You know, when I got these peaches this year, it was probably one of the best gardening years I've ever had because these peaches were just so sweet, so juicy. It made these last 4 years of learning everything that I've learned, building up everything that I've built up, worth it. So next, what we have here is just one raised bed. So it's a 4 by 20 foot raised bed. This year I had it filled with tomatoes. I think I had a total of about 24 tomato plants planted in here this year. 3 different basil plants. I had a few different cantaloupe volunteer plants come up, and I got about 5 to 6 cantaloupes out of this bed. I'd say in total, this 4 by 20 foot bed produced about, I'd say about 100 to 150 pounds of tomatoes, plus those few cantaloupes that I got out of it. So really successful. Out here in the front yard where it gets the most sun, tomatoes just eat it up. So right over here, we have my second raised bed. It's got the hoops for winter, so I can put plastic over it, do some overwintering plants like lettuce, carrots, onions, things like that. And what this bed is actually made out of is just plastic pallets that I cut in half, secured them together with 2x4s, ran screws into them, topped it with some cedar to make it look nice. And as you can see, I got the drip line and everything all on a timer, so it's real easy. But what I had growing in this bed this year was I had peppers. That's just a neighbor beeping. It's a real busy street if you take a look. Just cars passing by all the time. It's good for publicity and people seeing. But back to it. In this bed I had growing all my sweet peppers, some eggplant. I had my first round of cucumbers in here, which I pulled up. And here in about a month, I'll be planting some lettuce and maybe some carrots. I may just keep this whole bed lettuce for the winter. Up here in the front, all this craziness right along the sidewalk. You got the street, sidewalk, my yard. Right in here, I got some butternut squash growing. It's doing real well. My first year doing butternut squash. This year I had to take down 2 of my raised beds, but I'm still allowed to plant in the ground. It's some straight bullshit, but I'm making the most of what I have. So I got a whole 4-foot by 20-foot bed of butternut squash that's coming up. And lastly, over here, where I used to have a cinder block raised bed that I had to take down this year due to some city regulations, I just planted out some carrots and onions for the winter. So they should germinate here in the next 2 weeks. And they'll grow up, I'll cover them with plastic, and they'll be able to last all winter. So that's what I got growing on this side of my front yard. I got fruits, I got veggies, I got squash, I got a little bit of everything. It's a little bit of paradise. There's nothing better than being able to walk out of your front door and pick your breakfast, pick your lunch, and pick your dinner. So this is what my yard used to look like. All this grass over here, but now there's not a single thing of grass. All rocks, all raised beds, all fruit trees, all fruit bushes. It's great. Anybody can do it. This is 3 years of work right here. 3 years of work. Hard dedication, hard work. But you can make it happen. You can cut your food costs in half. And you can eat the highest quality fruit and veggies that you've ever had. So that's just a little front yard tour of my garden slash farm. Right now we're gearing towards the end of August, getting into the fall. And so we're kind of at the end of the season, but I'm still producing tons of food, still eating real good, and I ain't gotta buy much at the grocery store. And I know where the fuck my food is coming from. So give this video a thumbs up, give it a thumbs down. I don't give a fuck. Share it with your mother, your brother, your sister, your best friend, your worst enemy. Share it in a motherfucking Facebook group. And go vegan, y'all. Go vegan. Peace, y'all. Peace.